Welcome back, Patriots. During the course of my conversations with people out there, more and more I get amazed at how many people know the truth about the false flags in particular that have been perpetrated against us. We started out here with a retired Las Vegas fireman. Of course, we talk about the massacre that happened there, where we haven't found anything else about it. They leave us hanging in the air about that. Stop the investigation. Wouldn't even know the motive. Some jackass allegedly carries an arsenal up into a hotel room in one of the most surveilled cities in the world, probably the most surveilled cities in the world, in casinos where you can't pick your nose without them noticing it. But nothing to see there, folks. Just move along. I talked to a physician and a guy who works at the Department of Defense, and they just casually accept, yeah, 9/11's an inside job. Yeah, we know it. Yeah. And at the end there, we get a cuck that comes by, but then we talk to a guy from the Dominican Republic, the British Dutch Isles there, about 9/11, knows it's an inside job, vaccines, and chemtrails. And you'll see the new chemtrail design I have that you can get on a t-shirt or a mug or a cell phone cover. So if you wish to help me out and spread the message and get people to ask about the geoengineering programs and how they're spraying us like bugs. So that's it. If you like what you see here, you like what I'm doing, then please help me out. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share these videos so we can counter the censorship. And please support me. And if you can't do anything else, please pray for me, because I can only imagine it's going to get stranger and stranger out there. So I thank you all for coming by, and I'll see you on the rear end of this. God bless you, and don't forget to pray for me. What do you do there?
I'm a retired fireman.
Tip of the hat to you.
Huh?
Tip of the hat to you.
Right on, thank you. Appreciate it.
Now, you were there, of course, during that horrendous massacre that they happened.
Yeah, I had my fiance's cousin was there, and I have a nephew that was there. Are you talking about the Route 91 shooting?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, right. 58 people.
Yeah. Definitely was there. I wasn't working though. I had just retired.
Oh, good.
By that year, I did. But yeah, that was very.
Do you have any questions about what took place there, or what happened?
It's just weird that
you need to add this to your collection, man.
All right.
Information about him personally has been pretty. They've only given you a little bit at a time, throughout the year now. That would probably put a lot of closure to some speculation or conspiracy theorists.
But they closed the case, I understand.
I think they did.
Yeah.
I think,
without ever coming to a conclusion of what the motive was.
Right, they gave kind of like a generic type. They, at some point, they made a buzz by saying maybe his girlfriend was initiating, and then all of a sudden they backed off that and wrote her off.
I think she was a big part of it.
Right, but then they said, from all they figured out, everything's cool with that part, I guess.
I'm not so sure.
Right, but I'm just saying that.
The reason I've asked other people from Vegas and some people that were actually there at the concert.
Right.
I talked to 7 people that were there at the concert.
Right.
And what they told me was those shots didn't come from where they said.
Her own cousin thought they thought, because they couldn't tell, there was a lot of panicking. They thought initially that it was coming from a chopper.
Yeah.
Like, just a random chopper that was raining hell on them,
5 of the people I spoke to said, and they were right there, they saw a woman get killed right next to them.
Right, so that she
said that the shots came from ground level in different directions.
I remember hearing that too.
So, if I'm getting and you're getting these testimony, then they tell me the police didn't get that kind of testimony?
Well, I'll tell you what I did. I was on a scanner early on before they cut it off. They thought it was a coordinated effort at one time. There was reports at the same time at 4 other different hotels. And it was all kind of like...
I got that from a police officer.
But I also know people that work there, and they said, yeah, there wasn't shit happening here. I don't even know how that came to be. But it sounded like...
No, I got that from a police officer.
They kept people from going in and out.
Who was working in the north end of the strip.
Who was it?
It was a police officer.
Right.
And he said that they got the call, and initially he said...
It sounded like a coordinated...
He says that there was a coordinated terrorist attack down the strip.
Right.
But then he kind of like started crawfishing on that statement when I started getting more questions, asking more questions. He started.
I knew a cop too, and he said, "Corey, I don't know. I don't really see him as taking a stance from a department standard." He said, "It's none of that shit. It was simple as that. We don't know a lot about that guy yet. Yeah, it was early on, but who knows, man? I'm sure some shit will come up later on."
Well, I don't.
Or not.
Or not. All right, sir. It's a pleasure. Here, I got something for you. It's a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton. It's good for any crime in the world. All right.
I was here in February and I saw you. I told my brother, man, thank God there's men like this guy here who still can stand out in public and speak up for what needs to be spoken.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit salty, man. I'm telling you, they're coming. I mean, I probably couldn't do this in a place like Portland. This is a liberal cesspool here, but it's a different, it's a different vibe here. Yeah. I don't think I think that they're probably too drunk to do anything here.
You're right. You're right.
I call it the home of the alcoholic Peter Pans.
Yeah. Nerd alert!
Yeah, you can get a lot of my designs on apparel too. They come with a trigger back guarantee. If you don't trigger a liberal, you get your money back. If you could do that way, I'd be working at the Defense Department. But back of this get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton.
That's awesome.
I got a website and a shop, and then a YouTube channel that you can see how I handle some of my encounters out here.
Oh yeah, you got some video?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I made national news with some of the encounters I've had here.
Really?
I never know whom to speak to. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I spoke to a guy, 2 years retired. He was head of the Homeland Security critical infrastructure for the entire nation. And he gave me like a half-hour interview. It was great. But then like the next day after that, I spoke to a guy who worked for the Department of Defense, engineer. And we got to speaking about 9/11. And both of them said it was an inside job. That's what got me. Typically when you get guys, especially in Homeland Security, they're a bit defensive or so compartmentalized that but this guy, he says, yeah, there are things about that I don't understand.
That's interesting.
I know.
I think by now something would have leaked.
Oh, I asked the guy in the Department of Defense, I asked how many other guys feel like,
buddy.
Hey, brother, good to see you. How many other guys feel like what you feel like you do, know that it's an inside job, that there are things wrong with it? He goes, a lot. I says, well, why is he speaking out?
Right.
He says, I don't know.
Wow.
And I imagine a lot has to do with the fact that, you lose your job. I mean, there's a lot of pressure.
A lot of repercussions for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's, but it's become almost common knowledge now. It's like, years ago when I brought it up, people would go, "Ah, you're crazy, are you nuts, right." But as, over the years, more people looked at more and more evidence. It's gotten to the point now, it's like, people just go, yeah, there's a lot of things that I question about it. So yeah, why hasn't he? But people have spoken up. Matter of fact, there's a case going through New York right now. A bunch of lawyers from architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth are presenting evidence of building number 7 coming down. And that court case has been granted, and it's going through the courts in New York as we speak. So who knows? I mean, Trump said something when he was running that kind of perked my ears up about it. He said, there's a quote, "You elect me president, you will find out who really brought down the Twin Towers." I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Who knows, man? Who knows where that'll lead? But hopefully I'd like to have somebody speak up about that, because that's very interesting. Very interesting.
Well, seeing any accountability anywhere right now would be nice.
Yeah. Well, hopefully if Barr does his job, which I think they're going to let him, we're going to start shining a lot of light on the cockroaches. The cockroaches are real nervous right now.
And one leads to another, another.
It's a domino for sure.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of those folks behind Fox, I think they already know some of this shit, but they just can't speak. I'm sure they have agreements, but they're pretty confident that there's stuff like on the cusp of being released soon. So
Yes.
I can't wait, man. That's going to be awesome.
Yes.
That's going to be an awesome. Listen, brother, it was nice talking to you.
It was a pleasure.
Keep the fight up, bro. Best of luck, man.
Thank you guys.
I disagree with everything on everything. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everything.
Can you explain to me that perhaps you'd be the perfect person to ask?
I
Because
live across the street from this building.
okay,
You can't tell me
wait, and you can't listen either.
I can listen. Try it.
Okay, then maybe you can explain to me about the war on free speech that liberals have at the moment.
We don't have a war on free speech.
Then why are editing right of center being banned off of Facebook?
Ask the guy who owns Facebook. That's a private company. That's not anything.
No, ma'am, that's an excuse that wears real thin. When you can go ahead and just knock people off and basically, that lady,
You think it all
it's a town square.
Even we in the Caribbean know that this is all bullshit too.
I know. I know. I've had Department of Homeland Security guys tell me it's an inside job.
We do not accept this. We condone that as well.
Yeah, very good. Very
The
good.
Republic, they affected a few young ladies under the age of 15 when they took a vaccine, and the girl couldn't walk anymore. But if she started to walk backwards, she will walk a little more straight. If she started to walk forward, it's like she's getting an epilepsy.
Yes.
So yeah, there was a documentary in Dominican Republic. So the government there stopped it. Another thing they stopped in Holland, because we are Dutch island, is chemtrails.
Yes.
When we saw that the other day, every day you see another chemtrails. Look at them right now.
They treat us like guinea pigs.
Yep.
They
In
inject
Holland,
us
they're
with
not allowed.
stuff. They spray us with
In
stuff.
Dominican Republic, not allowed. In Holland, it's not allowed. The farmer told the parliament, they told the government in Holland, the parliament, that was back in the early 90s, if you let these planes go across our farms with chemtrails, we're going to stop producing milk and cheese for the public. It's going to be only for private. The government said, all right, they stopped. No planes allowed to fly over Holland.
Wonderful. I wish we had that much sense here.
They stopped it. Those are the farmers. The farmers came together, signed.
God bless you.
All right, you take care.
All right, here's a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton.
Thank you.
It's good for any crime in the world.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, when you think about it, with all the fake news that there is out there, and that includes Fox and the cable networks and all, how they hide the truth from us, yet still so many people know it. It's amazing. Anyway, if you like it, you like it. If you care, you share. And if you can, you contribute. And again, please pray for me out there. God bless you. I'll see you on the streets.
Bye.